Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and it is Paydirt review time again. Now, unfortunately, I had planned on doing another guaranteed high ROI review, but the seller who I purchased Paydirt from is out of stock, and it kind of makes it no reason to do a review on somebody that's out of stock. So instead, I have decided to just do something much different, something that has never been done before, and that is take a gambler's chance. Now, a lot of you, including me, buy Paydirt for that gambler's chance where you might find something way above what you paid for. You want to buy a $50 bag of unsearched Paydirt and find $100 worth of gold. It's something we all love to do. Now, rarely does it happen, and in most cases we get skunked. And if you've ever watched my channel before, you'll know that. But I decided I wanted to take it up one step. So what I did was I bought a $49 bag of Paydirt from Gold Fever Prospecting. This is their 1 pound lucky chance bag, and it's got no guaranteed gold at all. It is unsearched Paydirt, and we'll find out what's in it. But I'm going to compare it to something. $49 worth of scratch tickets. That's right. We're going to see which one of these gets me a better return, a $49 bag of Paydirt or 49 scratch tickets. So let's just get to the table. We'll flash up the description for both of these, and then we're going to classify it down, pan it out, and then scratch off some tickets and see which one I get a better return on. So let's go to the table, and here's the descriptions. Now, as you saw, the Gold Fever Prospecting 1 pound lucky chance bag had a little bit of info, not a ton. It does tell you it should be hard to recover the gold, where it's from, and how it is dry wash. So I'm guessing this is going to foul up my water pretty bad. But let's see if it is 1 pound. And it is at 1 pound, 1.1 ounces. I'll be really curious to see what I get out of this $49 lucky chance bag. But now let's go to the lottery tickets. Again, I have 49 tickets here. This is Roll the Dice from the Indiana Hoosier Lottery. Let's weigh them up just because. And there you go, 2.5 ounces of lottery tickets. And as you saw in the description, there is a lot of description on these. I left 90% of it out. The main thing was that 1 in 4.25 tickets should be a winner. And I also put up there the number of prizes that have been collected as of today. And as you can see, most of the prizes have not been collected, which is why I picked this ticket. It is a new ticket. It just recently came out, and not all of the prizes have been collected. So I should have a better chance of winning some decent money here, I hope. So let's just put these to the side so they don't get all messed up. And we're going to listen to some music and classify this down. Well, there you go. As you can see, this material definitely steps down, with the vast majority of it being in the +10 and very little in the -40, which is really surprising considering that they say this stuff is really hard to pan out, because if all the gold is in here, which I'm assuming would be hard to pan out, doesn't really leave much gold in these. But I will say I did see gold in some of these other classifications. So I don't know. Let's just see if it's got any black sands in it. I mean, magnetite, it does have a lot of magnetite compared to the amount of -40 material. Check out some of the other stuff, but I don't think this has any. Got a little bit, not really too much. So I'm going to be really curious to see how hard this is to pan out, considering that there's very little in the -40. I think it's mostly going to be difficult because it is going to cloud up the water. And also, don't forget, we also have the 49 lottery tickets I don't need to classify or do anything to these except for maybe get a quarter to scratch them off with. So we will again put these to the side, and we're going to go to a pan out all of this material, see what kind of gold we get, and then we're going to scratch off some lottery tickets. So I have my pan, have my water all set up, have my Paydirt, and let's just get started with the plus 10 and listen to some more music. Okay, finished panning everything out. Had my fun with that, and now let's get to the lottery tickets. So I'm gonna let you listen to some more music while I start scratching off some tickets and see what I win. Well, finish panning out all the Paydirt, scratching off all those tickets as you saw, and let's start with the Paydirt. And I have to say, I was kind of disappointed in the Paydirt. I don't know what the ROI is going to be, but based on the description, I really thought this was going to be unsearched material, dry washed materials, and after panning it out, I didn't feel like I panned out dry wash unsearched material. I felt like I panned out some very manufactured Paydirt that had previously been washed. It was very clean material, and there was really nothing in the -40 material-wise or gold. So I was pretty disappointed in it. I will wait to calculate my fun factor once I get the ROI. And I will say, I know that I'm saying that it feels like it was manufactured, and I know 90% of all Paydirt is manufactured, but it's the way you stage something. If they would have just thrown in some really fine gold, it would have boosted it a whole bunch in my book. So now for the scratch-off tickets, that was a different kind of disappointment. It's one of those things where when you scratch those first couple and you don't win anything, you get really disappointed. Then when you hit a $1 one, you still, while you're winning, feel disappointed. It didn't take very long to go through it all, and while with the Paydirt, when I went through it a second and third time, it's not as much fun. It is still a little bit fun, hoping you'll find something you missed. With the scratch-off tickets, it was pretty boring re-scratching them all and checking them and scanning them. It was boring. But let's get to what I found with both of these things. We'll start with the gold. And in the +10, I did find that one little piece, which was pretty surprising considering they keep talking about how much the fine gold will be hard to find. And I found one big nugget, or it's not a nugget, it's a little bitty picker, but I did find something in the +10. In the -10, +20, I found even more gold. Probably about 15, 16 pieces in there. So, and pretty chunky gold. Nothing like flour gold. And then in the -20, +40, even more gold. Again, probably 20, maybe 25 pieces in there. So, nice little pile. And lastly, in the -40, nothing. Nothing at all. Not even one speck in there. Now let's just get to the scratch-off tickets. For the $1 tickets, I did get some. I actually got 3 of them. 3 $1 tickets. Put those there. For $2 tickets, they might not be $2 tickets, but the tickets added up to $2 total. I actually got 5 of them. So some of them were double wins. There's a $2 here, 2 $1. But I did get some $2 wins. For $3, I didn't get any $3 tickets. For $4, I did get some $4 tickets. I actually got 2 of them, so I was pretty happy with that. Those are the ones that actually make you happy. When you get the $1 tickets, you're just getting your money back. It doesn't feel right. Once you start getting the $2 and up, you actually feel like you're winning something. And for $5 tickets, I actually got 2 $5 tickets. I was actually really surprised with that. There was one double deuce and a single, but it still ended up being 2 $5 tickets. And lastly, I actually got 1 $10 ticket, a double 5. So I actually got a $10 ticket. So I don't know. I don't know which one I was happier with. I did enjoy panning. I love panning out Paydirt, but I did feel disappointed. The tickets are big swings. When you get a missed ticket, you feel really bad. Then when you get a winning ticket, it feels good. So I don't know. I've got mixed signals with them. I'm going to wait till I find out what my ROIs on them are. Then we'll make up some decisions and we will do some reviews. But first, let's weigh up the gold I found in the +10. 0.060. In the -10 +20. 0.375. And in the -20 +40, 0.125. And those two numbers being exact, the last two, is not helping me thinking that this is unsearched Paydirt. So let's just weigh it all up. 0.5 right there, plus the one little bitty picker. 0.555. And a whole bunch of winning tickets, 3 $1, 5 $2, 2 $4, 2 $5, and 1 $10. So I'm going to be right back with my ROI and my review. All right, finished calculating my ROIs, writing up my reviews, and let's get right to it. So this was the Gambler's Battle, where I was pitting Gold Fever Prospecting's 1 pound Lucky Chance Bag against 49 Indiana Hoosier Roll the Dice Lottery Scratch-Off tickets. And who won? Well, let's figure it out and find out. Let's start with the Gold Fever Prospecting. Again, this was their 1 pound Lucky Chance Bag. It had no guaranteed amount of gold. Its cost was $36.95. Shipping was $11.95. So total cost right here, $48.90. Now the gold I recovered right here, 0.555 grams. Gold spot on the day this was received was $54.78. Making this gold's value worth $30.40, which means my ROI was 62.17%, or on my scale, a 6.2. Now for fun factor, I'm only giving it a 5. I really just wasn't happy with this Paydirt. I just had my hopes up for unsearched Paydirt, where it was a gambler's chance, and this was purely manufactured in my opinion. I didn't feel like it was unsearched Paydirt. It wasn't hard to pan out. It didn't feel like dry wash. It was just, in my opinion, disappointing. I'm not saying others wouldn't like it, but to me, it just wasn't what I thought it would be. So I kind of felt disappointed, and not much more I can say about that. Now for Paydirt description, I'm only giving them a 4. Typically, I would have given them a 6 based on the information they had in there, but I found most of it not to be real. I didn't feel like this was unsearched Paydirt, and I didn't feel like it was very hard in the least bit to pan out. There was no fine gold as well, so giving them a 4 for Paydirt description. For quantity and packaging, they're getting an 8.5. It did weigh the pound they stated, and it came in a cheap Ziploc bag that was double wrapped, so 8.5 there. Now for customer service and shipping, they're getting a 9. 10 for customer service. I've never had any issues with them. I have emailed them previously a lot about other things besides Paydirt, namely a lot of the equipment they have on their site, and they've always been really good with their customer service. Now for shipping, I'm only giving them an 8 for shipping because I think $11.95 to ship a 1 pound bag of Paydirt that only cost $50 is way too much. Even if they ship it priority mail, it is insured for $50. It will only cost you $8.50. And, when you start tacking on that little bit on the end just to try and increase profits or something like that, I just wasn't happy with it. So customer service and shipping, they're getting a 9. So total score right here for Gold Fever's 1 pound Lucky Chance Bag is a 6.5. And now, for the Indiana Hoosier Lottery Roll the Dice lottery tickets, I purchased 49 of these tickets. They were $1 each, so total cost right here, $49. Now, based on the odds of winning on this, which was 1 in 4.25, I should have on average won $11.53, which would have only been about a 25% ROI, actually probably closer to 20%, but I ended up winning $41 right here. That's $41 worth of tickets, which means my ROI for the lottery tickets was 83.67%. So I'm pretty happy with that. To win 83% of your money back on a lottery is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Now for fun factor, I'm only giving it a 5. I'm really only giving it a 5 for fun factor. They're lottery tickets. They don't take much time to do. You really can't go through them again a second time. And they're very up or down. When you don't win anything, you feel really down. When you win something, it doesn't give you a ton of exhilaration because you've bought 49 tickets and you just think the next one's going to be another dud. So it's just not as much fun to me. But I'm not going to score this one any further. That's it. I'm just going to give you the ROI on it and the fun factor. And now I'm going to compare the two. So which one's the winner? The 1 pound Lucky Chance Bag or the $49 worth of lottery tickets? And I have to say, I'm picking the lottery tickets as the winner. and not by much. I have to say very, very little by my picking these. The panning Paydirt is so much more enjoyable than scratching off tickets, but getting 83% of my money back, I have to go with that one. So if I had to do this again, I would do the lottery tickets over this bag of Paydirt. Now, maybe one day I will do that again. I do know I really fudged my odds with this one. With this being a brand new ticket that had just released that month that I purchased these, there was very few winning tickets claimed. So I knew my odds were going to be much better than the 20% just because all the winning tickets hadn't been claimed yet. Now, maybe one day in the future, I will do this again because I know when they release tickets, they come in rolls of about $300. So maybe next time I will buy a complete roll of tickets for about $300, find a bag of Paydirt for $300 and compare those two. But for now, I'm going with the lottery tickets. Now all that's left is to flash up some scores and give away a 24-karat gold-plated dime. So let's just flash up scores right here. Now for today's 24-karat gold-plated dime winner, that's going to go to Dan. So Dan, make sure you email me so I can send this off to you. And to everyone else, thanks for watching. Happy panning. And if you're not already a subscriber, hit the subscribe button below.